Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, October 5th, and it feels like we've already been living throughout October. But welcome to another edition of the High Five series by the DH Podcast. My name is Nick, and we first want to get started off with the fact that the Heat got a win. Heat got a win last night, and that surprised me personally, not because the fact that I assumed that the Heat would just roll over. I don't think anybody assumed that. But what I did assume was that when Bam was hurt, when Goran Dragic was hurt, that there wasn't much left in the tank in terms of talent. But what I didn't expect was for Jimmy Butler to be now one of the only three people in NBA history to record a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals. 40-point triple-double. He joins LeBron, and I forget who else he joins, so I apologize. But he's the most recent person to do so, and there are only three ever. LeBron did actually in 2015 against the Warriors, but that just goes to show you how elite of a group that he finds himself in. Now, also in regards to that, he says he doesn't care about stats, he doesn't care about records, he just wants to win. And out of a guy like that, couldn't believe him anymore. Dak Prescott said the same thing because he said he would rather trade his historical numbers for wins. He's just trying to get paid, so that's what matters. That helps us roll in at number two in the NFL news. We saw a lot of teams get their first win this week. The Bengals, the Eagles, the Vikings. Viking was the one that we told you guys to worry about on Friday because the Vikings took down the Texans, and now the Texans are 0-4. Vikings are 1-3, so neither in a good spot whatsoever. But that 0-4 spot for Houston remains something that now their fans need to be really worried about because today was their first winnable game. With the talent that Houston has and how bad Kirk Cousins is, the Texans should have won on paper. But again, that's not how it plays on the field. So Vikings get their first win. They're now trying to make a dominant step in the NFC because they didn't have as difficult of a first three games as the Texans. But hey, anything to get a win because that's what's most important for them as well. So Bengals beat the Jags in historic fashion. Over with a full score of a win, and the Eagles finally squeaked out a win against the 49ers. That's a good win right there. That is a good win because that shows people that, hey, you know what? They can actually do stuff now. But also, here's something to note is that the Eagles are 1-2-1. They are in first place in that division. So when you look at the NFC East, they're 1-2-1, and all the others, the Cowboys are 1-3. I mean, the Redskins are 1-3, or excuse me, the football team is 1-3. I mean, it is an absolute dumpster fire out there, and they do their interdivisional matchups this year is the AFC North. So they're playing the Ravens, they're playing the Steelers, they're playing the Browns, they're playing the Bengals. The Bengals and Browns are winnable games for these people, but the Browns are already 2-0 against the NFC East. They beat the Redskins, Washington football team. They beat the Eagles. They will play the Giants and the... Who did I miss already? I missed somebody. Whatever. But what you need to make sure is that we'll be back right here for that Giants-Browns matchup because a lot of Freddie Kitchens, Odell Beckham, there's going to be a lot of bad blood in there, and it's going to be beautiful for everybody to see. So keep that in mind. Rams won over the Giants. So for those of you that are listeners of the podcast, the Survivor Pool rolls on. We had Rams over Giants. It didn't look convincing at all until there was about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So not a convincing win by the Rams. An ugly win, but another check in the win column for Jared Goff as they begin their season 3-1. All right, the ALDS starts tonight. So we finally see we're out of the wild card phase, and we now get the ALDS. The one that I'm most intrigued about is Astros A's because while the A's are favored, the Astros played better in their wild card games. So keep this stuff in mind. And actually, no, scratch that. I've still got A's, but I'm more worried about the bad blood that we've got because the Astros have stepped over the A's multiple times, and you need to watch out for just an all-out brawl on the field. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it. The Astros only snuck into the playoffs because of expanded rules. I mean, it's as simple as that. They were under 500 on the season. They were 29-31 and still made the postseason. So, do they deserve to be there? No, not in the regular season. But again, we have no idea what's going to happen. So, I'm rooting for the Astros. The Yankees face off against the Rays. I myself rooting for the Rays because I hate the Yankees, but Yankees fans love to be hated. That's just how it goes. Everybody knows that. And then the NLDS will start tomorrow in conjunction with the ALDS. So at that point in time, we'll have 4 games a day starting out there. So only 2 games tonight, then 4, and it pushes out from there. We've got 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. 2 Monday Night Football games. We've got Pats, Chiefs, Packers, Falcons. I've got the Chiefs strictly because Cam Newton's out. And I do not trust Brian Hoyer or Jared Stidham, whichever one of them that they would like to throw out today. Even though they're at home, I still get the Chiefs, not in a convincing fashion, but the way that they played the Ravens, that means that they step up or step down to competition. Because they barely snuck out against the Chargers, but they stepped up against the Ravens. So expect a good game regardless, but I will be taking Chiefs money line. Again, Packers-Falcons, I'm taking Packers spread. I'm taking the over. I'm taking Packers money line. I'm doubling. I'm tripling down on my winning because it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. I know that the Packers receiving corps already has injuries, and we're only on to week 4 here. I don't care. Packers, and it's not going to be a close one. All right, everybody. I greatly appreciate you all taking the time to listen to the High Five series. If you have any questions, hit the subscribe button. Let us know, and we'd love to chat it up. Have a good day, everybody.